Hello everyone, welcome back to Seasonal Survival. This is episode 10. So today what I wanted to do is do a little world tour to bring you guys up to date to what has been built in the world and to like initiate you people into the let's play. So yeah. Over here we're starting in the general area where I do intros and outros. There's this music box that plays the music when I want to do an outro or something like that. So here we have the a mountain that can ride a boat, and it's like if it was a winter sport. And yeah, so this is this part. Over here we have our big tree farm. So basically it's a manual tree farm. You chop down the trees and replant them like that. So yeah, I have quite a lot of wood, which is good. Might need some right here to get a boat. We can try this out. Ooh. Yeah, and it's pretty slippery and it's hard to get it right. But yeah, it's a fun little slide over here. Just for fun. So yeah, and that's that. Over here we have our animal pen. There used to be a lot more sheep, but now there are more cows. So yeah, because some kind of lag when there are too many, so I have to kill some when they're much. But other than that, provide good leather and wool for my needs. After that, we have this tree farm over here. This is the first tree farm I made. The trees don't really grow much. I believe it's because of the leaves and the fences. But yeah, it's okay because I don't necessarily want much more wood from this. It's a pretty good amount so far, so yeah. After that, we have this place over here. This is where I kind of spawned. I spawned over here, and there was a chest right here, but still some loot in it. I don't want to pick that up because it's Curse of Binding. So yeah. So if we go back over here, we have our snowman that represents the winter theme of when it's winter in seasonal survival. So yeah. After that, we have this interesting potion kind of deal. It's when it's winter, it freezes over, so that's why there's ice up until this point over here. I fought an Enderman here once, that's why that was there. But you can see that Endermen have place blocks a bit everywhere. So yeah. There are sugarcane that I planted there at the beginning and they still grow. There's also this small pond with sugarcane as well. I have these berry bushes that used to defend this small shelter in the beginning, but now it doesn't serve much of a purpose because of the leaves and like the things from the skies, they don't come from this direction because of this tree. So yeah, it served a purpose in the beginning, but now it's mostly to gather herb berries for future uses if there are any. Oh, and also when I built this tree farm over here, I created a trap for mobs if they tried to get here. So basically how it works is that the mobs believe these are full blocks. Like when it's like this, it's a full block, but they don't know that it's open. So they fall immediately into the berry bushes and die because of that. It's a pretty cool design. I made it myself, although I'm pretty sure there are other designs that were already out there. So yeah. Yeah, so we've pretty much explored most of the surface part of the world. Now there are some pathways that I made to get to resources, like this one over here, but I believe I depleted that resource, so there's no use to going there. Let's come here to our shelter. So basically this shelter is a amalgamation of different kinds of blocks. It looks okay. It's not the best build, but yeah. Then when you enter, you have the furnaces over here. They're almost always cooking something because I always need more XP experience for future enchanting. So yeah. Then you have this staircase over here. This is the main like path in my sort of base. So if we come back up here, over here we have the wheat farm. So you can see there's wheat, so I can harvest it and it gives me wheat. I mostly use the wheat to breed the animals, but yeah, in the beginning it was a very good food source. And yeah, so basically how I designed the doorways for these buckets of farmland is that I placed like iron bars to make it look fancy, and with an item frame that makes it possible to like show an item. And I renamed the item to its name with an extra space so that it appears like if I pass through it, it shows me what the name is. So that's a pretty cool thing I come up with. On this side, I've done a similar thing, but it's kind of different because like I could have put like an anvil as an item frame, but I decided to be creative because since it's a block, I could use it in this fashion. Basically, there's this string that holds the anvil in place, and yeah. So I put this item frame underneath it, and I really didn't know it was a thing you could do. So yeah, you can have item frames and string in the same block, which is interesting. And yeah, so if you hover over this, you can see it's written workshop. So yeah, this is my workshop. There's just I mostly use it for anvil and stone cutter, but in the future I might use it for netherite upgrades. And also disenchantment if I don't get good enchantments. This is my enchanting room. I tried to design it as if it was an enchanting table we were inside of. So yeah, and I've got all of the bookshelves in place. I might design some way to like remove bookshelves in the future, but it's not my priority right now, so yeah. Then we have our bed over here. This is where I rest when it's possible. I have this water pocket over here that I created in the beginning because I need an infinite water source close to the base, and serves its purpose quite well. Yeah, and basically for each farm I created this kind of configuration. So you have the farms in the middle, you have chests on the side over here with these blocks. Not, I believe this is tough. So this is tough, and this is deep slate. So yeah, deep slate and tough seem to really go well together. Well, at least from my understanding. I'm not an expert on color grading in Minecraft, so yeah. And you'll notice on these walls over here, I created like some kind of grass pattern. Like the top layer is grass and the bottom is dirt. I thought it was fitting for farmland to have that kind of design. So yeah. If we go down here, we have storage. I think I tried to place this on the chest, but it wouldn't work, so that's why it's over here instead. So yeah, this is my main storage area. This is my snowblower. This is iron and other chests. So basically what I'm trying to do is have every farm or thing like that have its own chest. So I don't want to have it all in one area because everything has to be like transported really far. So yeah, basically this room might not exist at some point. I might use these differently, but yeah. So then we have sugarcane. It's basically like the wheat farm, but for sugarcane. So yeah. Oh, and I added this system for when items drop from the farm, like right now. If they fall in the stream, they'll get picked up by hoppers over here and transported all into one area over here. So yeah, it's the same design for each farm that exists right now. So yeah, and I also have a composter for each farm. Yeah. So right, it's here. Let's continue down here. This is cobble storage, so basically any type of stone is stored here. Now, I get kind of confused myself how I use it because I have chests over here that do contain stone as well. Maybe someday I'll sort that out, but that's it. After that, yeah, so we have the cobble storage, we have carrot and potato and pumpkin farm. basically this used to be all carrot, but I transformed part of it to a pumpkin farm, and then I added potatoes when I got access to one. Basically, because for the pumpkin situation, I needed pumpkins to make lanterns, and that's why I made this. And I used those lanterns to build the tree farm. So yeah, it's all pretty much connected. So you can see I've harvested quite a bit, not like end of the world kind of field, but a good amount. So yeah, this is the main area where I hang out to like plan out stuff. And then if we go down here, you'll notice this pathway. Basically, if you go in this direction, you're gonna find a cave that goes down, but it has an end at some point. Whereas if you go in this direction instead, you'll find a staircase that leads directly to another cave system. Right here. And yeah, so basically over here, but like this didn't used to be here. It was just a coincidence that when I dug down further, it reached to the same cave I explored here. So yeah, so basically the other like entrance doesn't serve a purpose anymore, but I like to keep it for like people who are interested in history or something like that. And yeah, so this is a big area that I have access to because I mined it, and it's pretty cool for experimentation, like we've seen in the previous episode. And yeah, so you can see I'm growing mushrooms in this area. They didn't used to be here. It just served a good purpose at the same time. As you can see, I put signs a bit everywhere to show where to get to stuff. So if I follow this sign, I should find the spider spawner. And yeah, I think I haven't done anything with this spawner yet, but maybe in the future I'll convert it to like a string farm, but I don't know if I have much use for it for now. I'm sure I will at some point, but for now I'll keep it like this. And I'm pretty sure there's a zombie spawner that I found somewhere, but I'm not sure where it is. After that, you also have access to like I found this immediately when I explored the cave the first time. Basically, you have trial chambers right over here. I plan to explore this possibly maybe this episode, but this episode is getting quite long a bit, so maybe next time, something like that. Yeah. And then the last thing we've done, well, I've mostly done is this slime farm. So basically, I created like 4 layers of the same thing. Basically, I dug up a whole area to test out where the slimes were spawning, and based on that, I found out that this chunk is one where they do spawn, so that's why I built this here. Yes, that gives me a lot of slime, which is good for future builds. Yeah, so this is the lowest level. This is the first level. Second level. Third level, and if I go up here, I have access to a ladder that brings me up to the surface of the world because well, I was already making a ladder to Y40 and decided to go further up. And it's basically it doesn't lead us too far from the base, although at first I didn't know where it led us. So this is where it brings us. It's basically directly behind our area. We just have to go somewhere this way. And you're supposed to find it, yeah, over here. So yeah, I'll show you the nether as well. I forgot about it, but there's nothing much in the nether. Okay, so this is my kind of nether hub. In previous worlds, I usually built a pretty huge nether hub, but like it doesn't serve much of a purpose. So I decided to make this like more kind of crammed area, but it's fine for our uses. There's this enderman over here. Oh, dude. Oh, I might die here. Where's my shield? Oh, there's easy on the. Anyways, so like this pathway over here leads to the top layer of the nether. I haven't done the technique to get there, but find a way. Yeah, I'm kind of scared of this enderman now. Yeah, so basically this design, I made a staircase and there's lights at every like 3 or 4 blocks. Yeah, so this cuts through a part of the nether I haven't explored, but yeah. And then if we go back down over here, back to the main nether area, I put I put furnaces here because I wanted to make it a little bit fancier, but I mainly just used it for netherite mining. So if we go down the staircase over here, there's this big area that I dug out that was mostly magma blocks. There was a huge chunk of that. And this is my netherite farm. So, well, more like a mine, but yeah. So basically, each chunk I dig a hole, and I made this pathway with slabs so that no mobs spawn on this pathway, so that I don't die unexpectedly from mining. And it goes really far, but we don't really have time to go there, so yeah. And then if we go down here, we'll find the lowest points of the nether. This is Y1, so basically if I mine this bedrock block, I would fall into the void. So yeah, that's interesting. I don't know why I have access to that much bedrock at that level, but yeah. So yeah, I have chests over here for nether resources. I have mushrooms in here because this is where I found them first. Yeah, you can see I've got a good amount of magma blocks, basalt, and all that kind of stuff. Now, if you look at the nether hut from the exterior, it doesn't look that great. This is basically a staircase with a roof, but yeah. And then if you follow this pathway over here, it leads to the nether fortress that I found in episode 8. No, in episode 9, yeah. So if we continue along this, we'll end up at the nether fortress. Oh, and we need to be careful in this area because there are a lot of magma cubes, and I've died a lot of times from these guys, so... And there's a lot of lava in the area, so yeah. So yeah. If we continue over here, another magma cube. And yeah, so this is the only nether fortress I've found so far. Maybe someday I'll find another one, but I haven't so far. I do have blaze spawners, but I haven't found any netherwart, so that might be a problem, which is why I'll need to find another nether fortress at some point. I'll also need to find a basalt, like the boss kind of castle or something that you find in basalt deltas, because I'll need the netherite upgrade for upgrading my stuff to netherite. So yeah, that was the nether. I don't believe I have anything else to show, so I'll end that here. Thanks for watching! I'll see you in the next episode, where we're possibly going to try the trial chambers. I don't have the best armor for that, but yeah, we'll probably die many times, but I hope it will make for some good stuff to watch for you guys. So yeah, see you next time.